snow. In a one-horse open sleigh, on them fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells and bobtails ring, making them spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing, sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle jangle, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a really Chevrolet. Jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Thank you.
Welcome to Rock the Red Kettle.
That's
I'm
right.
excited about this.
Yeah, with the Salvation Army and us, Billy and Judy, what an evening it's going to be. Great music. Most importantly, we're going to pass the message along to you about how important it is this year, more so I think than ever.
Absolutely.
That we get food on tables, that we get heat in homes, and that we get presents under the tree this year. That's really what Rock the Red Kettle is all about with the Salvation Army.
And it's also about having fun. We're going to have some fun music, and again, you're going to learn all about what it's about.
Speaking of fun, we love him. 5 on your side, Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell, our partner in crime this evening.
Thanks, Billy and Judy. We're here to rescue Christmas. It is Rock the Red Kettle for the Salvation Army. This is a first. 2020 has been a year, we know that, but the need is still there, and it's always been there, but this year it's greater than ever. You can donate right now by calling the number that you see on your screen. Let's find out a little bit more about what the Salvation Army does year-round here in St. Louis. Here's Lieutenant Colonel Bob.
The Salvation Army is the world's largest and oldest social service provider in the world. We are in 131 countries around the world, and yet right here in this community, we've been present for over 100 years. We continue to do the work that is needed most in this community, and it is our commitment that we're going to continue to do that this year, especially when things are so difficult for everyone. But we're providing hope because we're here to serve. And people know that the Salvation Army is here to serve and to meet their needs. So this is a very difficult time of the year. People have come to a place where they're trying to make ends meet. Utilities are due, rent is due, mortgages might have to be paid. There's so many expenses that are normal and yet difficult. Then there's Christmas. People want to buy presents for their kids. They want to be able to help them with the clothes that they need or the supplies that they need. And the Salvation Army is able to help do that, to make Christmas a very, very special time for everyone. And so that's how we provide the hope. We are able to help people in this very difficult time of COVID and all the other challenges that take place to make them realize that this can be a really good time in their lives. How do we rescue Christmas? We make a commitment to the people of this area that we're going to provide 82 cents of every dollar that is given in direct support to the people who need it most. The money that you give here in this community stays here in this community, and we're able to serve people in so many different ways. Food, shelter, clothing, gifts, all the things that are needed to help people, even including things like utilities and rent assistance. It's a very important time of the year, and that's how the Salvation Army is going to rescue Christmas for our people. My heart breaks every year at Christmas. As a kid growing up in the streets of Philadelphia with a family whose mom and dad divorced, I understand how important it is to go to an organization like the Salvation Army for help. My mom did everything she could to help our family, but it was so difficult. It was challenging, and when Christmas came, it was even more difficult. I remember her crying because she wasn't able to help her kids like she wanted to help. And yet now, this is present in every community here in Missouri and in Southern Illinois. The Salvation Army has a presence in every zip code in that area, and we want to continue to help those in need, but we can only do that with your help. This has been a difficult year for the Salvation Army, and we know it's been a difficult year for the people in our community. We are so excited that 2020 is coming to an end. But before it comes to an end, we know that you can help us help others by giving. It's so important that you consider the Salvation Army when you give this year. We will continue to help. We'll continue to provide the resources that we need for our people in need here in this community. but without you, we can't get the job done. The Salvation Army is here to rescue Christmas. And we believe that there's no better organization to help the people of our community because we know exactly what it takes to get the job done. I want to thank you in advance, the fact that Rock the Red Kettle is coming up, and that's a way that you can help us rescue Christmas. So God bless you, Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for supporting the Salvation Army.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Colonel Bob. That was so amazing. And you know, my mom was really helped by Salvation Army. You know the story.
Right.
She was brought up by a single mom, and there was a time when they had nothing to eat, and she was wearing old shoes, and it was the Salvation Army that really helped her. I'm getting choked up thinking about it. So thank you, thank you. It means so much. Your donations is really important.
So many powerful stories like that, and even more so this year with the pandemic, now more than ever.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we know it's going to be a lot of heartfelt stories, but also a lot of great music. We promise you that as well. It does not get any better, St. Louis, than Dr. Chevegas.
Oh, it's good to be with you guys. I wish we could be in person with you guys, but this is how we got to do things now. We're Dr. Chevegas, and this is the Salvation Army Red Kettle Fundraiser virtual style, and we're Dr. Z. Come on. I said, hey, 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 what you got to say? I said, hey, 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 what you got to say? Hollywood, Hollywood swingers.
Great performance as always. Let's talk about Rock the Red Kettle. We are here to rescue Christmas, and you can help us out. Donate right now. That donation, very important. It helps here in St. Louis. Let's find out more about how the St. Louis Blues are helping with Rock the Red Kettle and the Salvation Army. Here's Chris Zimmerman.
Thank you for joining us for Rock the Red Kettle. Emily and I are really thrilled to be involved this year, first in the Tree of Lights campaign. Also, the St. Louis Blues are engaged with the Salvation Army on a regular basis. We have a program called Live to Give, which is all about getting our employees out, able to touch the community, to be involved in so many of our philanthropic efforts. A lot of times people see the players, and our players do exceptional work, oftentimes when the camera's not there. But I'm also really proud of the work that the rest of the team and our entire organization is doing to be part of supporting St. Louis.
Over 100,000 people in this area benefit from the Salvation Army's generosity. That is to say, the generosity of our community delivered by the Salvation Army. It's so extraordinary.
There's more than twice the outreach from local families needing the support of Salvation Army. We've seen it throughout the pandemic that the need just keeps rising. When Emily and I participated in some of the local food drives, we saw that the Salvation Army reaches out to everyone and certainly turns away no one.
Our experience with the food drive was amazing. Sunny days, cold days, rainy days, folks who came through, and while we were volunteering, it was very heartwarming to experience.
I think if you think about food, shelter, a toy at Christmas, these are some of the most basic needs that are fundamental to this work that we're all doing together, and that we believe we in the St. Louis community can truly step up at this point to make a difference in this holiday season and beyond. And so much of the work that we're doing here together is really about that, and about finding ways to go further at a time where never has the need in our community been at a higher level for this type of support.
Well, and actually it's not just the holiday season. That Red Kettle and the donations that come in from any direction are at work all year long. And this is the moment that we have to respond and give, especially with this wake-up call that we have right now. This is a time, the health of our community has never been clearer. The need for our health and well-being. It's really a joy and a privilege for us to be involved in any way that we can. We're happy to help.
See, that's what I love about St. Louis. All of us coming together to make a difference. Big thanks to Chris Zimmerman and our St. Louis Blues. And by the way, speaking of coming together, we need your help right now as well. Rock the Red Kettle with the Salvation Army. A lot of ways you can donate. They're all right here on the screen. And speaking of the blues.
Oh, we've got some blues and some jazz. Just like the Salvation Army, they don't turn anyone away. They serve everyone. And this next artist is very blues and jazz. I'm really excited. St. Louis loves her. It is Denise Times.
As we raise the kettle, baby, we want to give you some St. Louis blues, okay? Yeah, keep it coming in. Ain't got the change of a nickel. Ain't got no winnings to lose. Ain't got no fancy to tickle. I ain't got nothing but the blues. Ain't got no coffee that's perking yet. Ain't got no winnings to lose. Ain't got no dream that's working. I ain't got nothing but the blues. Hey. When trumpets flare up, I keep my hair up. Oh, I just can't make it come down. Believe me, Pappy, I ain't been happy. Listen, girls, since my baby left town, ain't got no bounce in my shoes, yeah. Ain't got no bounce in my shoes, yeah. Ain't got no dream that's working. I ain't got nothing but the blues. Somebody play some blues over here, just a little bit, just a little bit. That's Mr. Eric Slaughter on guitar. Come on, take me to the bridge, Popsy. Oh, when trumpets flare up, yeah, I keep my hair up, yeah. I just can't make it come down. Believe me, Pappy, I ain't been happy, yeah. Since my town, ain't got no bounce in my shoes. Ain't got no dream that's working. Ain't got no dream that's working. I ain't got nothing but the blues. The blues. The blues. Ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing, yeah. Nothing, 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 yeah. I ain't got nothing, 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 yeah. But the blues. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we're gonna have a good time, y'all. We're gonna have a good time.
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. Oh, I will rescue you.
Help those most in need in your community. Enlist in Love's Army by making a reoccurring gift of just $25 a month to the Salvation Army. A reoccurring monthly gift helps the Salvation Army double their ability to help those in need all year long.
Help rescue Christmas. Donate to the Salvation Army now. Call 1-800-SAL-ARMY. Text Rescue Christmas to 76278 or go to salarmymidland.org. This has been a great evening of music as we rock the red kettle for the Salvation Army. I'm Scott Connell, and we are here to rescue Christmas this evening. You can make those donations right now by calling the number. Kay Bradley's here to tell us what inspired her to become involved with the Salvation Army.
I am passionate about the Salvation Army and the work it does for people. It supports people without discrimination, and they help homeless, they help women in need, they help families, they help veterans, they help people aging out of the foster program. They are helping everybody where they are at their place and time, and they are working to make them be able to be self-sustaining. During COVID and through COVID, there are so many people that have never needed the Salvation Army before. They had jobs, they were supporting their families, they were supporting themselves. But with COVID, they've suffered job loss. They've suffered losing housing, losing support in other manners. And so Salvation Army has said, we need to rescue Christmas for them. And with the program of Rescue Christmas, we need it more now than ever. The Salvation Army last year supported a little over 1,800 families in the St. Louis metropolitan area. This year, there were 1,400 families that applied for Christmas support in the first week of October when we first started taking applications. We believe that we will have triple the amount of families that we had last year because of COVID and the devastation it has caused in their lives. Salvation Army is known for its Red Kettle Drive at Christmas, and it's thought of as for Toy Town, for toys for children. But first off, the Red Kettle provides funds for the Salvation Army all year round because the needs are all year round. This Christmas, kettles will be out, you will see them, but probably not see them as plentiful as it has been in the past, because stores are wanting to limit the number of people there. You might see them at the entrance, but not the exit. It's going to be a different world this year. So make sure that you give. When you see a kettle, you don't have to give change. There is actually an app on the kettle sign that you can give with your smartphone. Or please go online. You can give to the Red Kettle online as well. So any way you give, we ask you to give. It is very necessary this year for all of the people in need. All of the money that you give in the St. Louis metropolitan area stays to help people in the St. Louis metropolitan area. So you can feel good about giving to Salvation Army and knowing you are helping your friends and neighbors.
Welcome back to Rock the Red Kettle with the Salvation Army and us, Billy and Judy from 103.3 KLOU. Hopefully you're having as much fun as we are, but let's keep in mind one thing. We're here for a very important reason, and that is to raise money, to make sure that food is on the table, that heat is in the homes, and that presents, most importantly, we're so close to Christmas now, are under the trees. That's why we're here. Several ways that you can donate. It's all right here on the screen.
And by the way, the money stays right here locally. And speaking of local, how about a local talent, born and bred right here in the STL? Tish Haynes was on this channel, Channel 5, The Voice, and she's next.
Thank you so much to the Kransberg Center and the Salvation Army for this wonderful evening of music and just having the heart to give. You know, this year More people are facing hardships greater, and the most vulnerable people are having such a hard time. So we encourage you all to please reach down deep into your pockets, think beyond yourselves, and think about someone else that is less fortunate than you. 2020 has been something else, but we are thankful to God for all of the many blessings and all of the many wonderful things that has happened to us still. And we still want to think about the others that are less fortunate than us. And in the midst of all of this sweat and tears, reach deep down in that wallet, in that purse, and pull out the biggest bills and changes you can get and be a blessing to somebody else. Hang on the mistletoe, I'm gonna get to know you better this Christmas. And as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together this Christmas. Fireside is blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. Presents and cards are here. My world is filled with cheer. And you, this Christmas. And as I look around, your eyes outshine the town. Yes, they do. Oh, fireside is blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Oh, yeah, yeah. Mr. Tracy Mitchell. Fireside is blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. Shake your hand now. Hang on the mistletoe, I'm gonna get to know you better this Christmas. And as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. Fireside is blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Oh, this Christmas, yeah. Hey, shake a hand now, yeah. Shake a hand now, yeah. Hey, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you once again to the Kransberg Center and to the Salvation Army. Please reach deep, give from your heart, show some love. Love over somebody else. God bless you all. My name is Tish Haynes Keys. This is One Band, One Sound. And we gotta say Merry Christmas. Yeah. Hey. Merry Christmas, everybody, and a Happy New Year.
Welcome back to Rock the Red Kettle Salvation Army 2020.
That's right, with us, Billy and Judy. Listen, Christmas is getting close. Obviously, this is a very difficult time of the year for a lot of people, more so now this year than ever. We want to thank everyone who has stopped by already. Schnucks, Walmart, you're rounded up at the register. We love you for that. The red kettles are still out. We love you for that. There's still time to make sure that everybody has a great Christmas.
Every single penny counts.
Yeah. And by the way, all the information on the screen, you can hit any of those and make that donation today and join us to rock the red kettle with the Salvation Army.
Thank you.
Pathway to Health program is a collaboration between the Salvation Army and Christian Hospital. We realized that we were serving the same individuals who would come to the emergency department at Christian Hospital and use that as their primary care, would also come to the Salvation Army to get emergency financial assistance. And so the Pathway to Health program was created so that community health workers from Christian Hospital and case managers from the Salvation Army could collectively work together with the client on their health needs and the social determinants of health needs.
The social determinants of health are health disparities that exist. It could be violence in the community or in the home, housing, transportation, mental health, food insecurity, the list goes on and on. So when we have patients, they are trying to figure out what's most important. And so maybe they are not managing their diabetes or their hypertension because of other factors that are impacting their well-being. If you're on a limited income and you have families that you have to feed, they're trying to prioritize what comes first.
The impact of the program in my life has been a tremendous help with finding a good career path and helping me budget my finances and just motivating me to be a better individual.
Pathway to Health program is a game changer for this community. It's a dynamic program that has empowered this entire neighborhood to be able to be transformed.
We've served over 300 plus individuals with the services for Pathway to Health. We've had individuals say, I'd be dead if I didn't have Pathway to Health helping me.
I went to the hospital with chest pain, and while I was there, I was given an opportunity to read about the program. Pathways to Health was exactly what I needed. My path dead-ended, almost literally, so I decided to become healthier. So I decided to get my diabetes in check, and little by little, all those things that are wrong with me are getting better. The access to a doctor at low cost, and the medicine, even food.
The impact has been amazing. Especially with COVID-19, we know that our health disparities already existed in high-risk zip codes, but with COVID-19, it really shed light on the health disparities that exist. And so we have been able to impact housing, transportation, financial resource strain, food insecurities, access to physicians and medication, just to name a few. And there has been a wonderful outpour of appreciation from our community.
It is very exciting to pilot a program of this kind. Pathway to Health is innovative. We have had a lot of interest throughout the entire country in what we're doing here in St. Louis. We are sharing that with everybody. We hope to expand the program, and we hope to add different aspects, even up to behavioral health in there. So we'll have health needs, physical health needs, mental health needs, as well as socioeconomic needs.
We are hoping that we can impact more zip codes. We know that we have several high-risk zip codes here in North County, but it would be amazing if we could spread this program to the whole state, to include our rural communities, to include those vulnerable populations that we haven't been able to impact. That is what my hope and dream is that we just keep going.
Help rescue Christmas. Donate to the Salvation Army now.
Call 1-800-SAL-ARMY, or you can text Rescue Christmas to 76278.
Or go to salarmymidland.org. That's salarmymidland.org.
We pray. We pray the world heals. We pray families grow strong. We pray kids don't go hungry. We pray every head has a roof over it. We pray those
Welcome back to Rock the Red Kettle with the Salvation Army and us, Billy and Judy from 103.3 KLOU, iHeartRadio, which is, I think, significant because it's really all about hearts right now, this time of the year, more so than ever. So many people who need help, who need hope. That's why we're here, and that's why we hope that you'll be here for us as well. All of the ways that you can donate are right here on the screen. But it's not just about help, and it's not just about hope. It's about inspiration.
Absolutely. You want to be inspired. Just wait till you hear the story from Sue McCarthy. She is, to me, a local legend. Resale royalty star, has the store, The Vault here. Here, just listen to her story.
The Salvation Army has been very, very significant in my life. Beginning as a child, we were very, very, very poor, and we always lived in urban areas where we had furnished rooms, and we moved quite often, as you can well imagine. The first priority when we moved into a small town or into an urban area, my mother would look for an apartment, and then she looked for the closest Salvation Army, because she knew if things went south, and they did go south quite often in my family, it was violent and it was a bad situation. A lot of times we just didn't have anything to eat, and we knew we could get food as Salvation Army. So Mother would just give us a look. That was the first thing she showed us, where the closest Salvation Army was. And I remember I would have been 7 years old, and my little brother would have been 4. And I grabbed it, when I got the look, I grabbed his hand, and we went out the door and went to Salvation Army. And those people cared for us as though we were their own. They stayed late with us. They made sure that we had enough to eat. They made sure that it was safe for us to go home. And I never forgot that. It was just people in the community helping other people in the community, and that's the way I always saw it. And that's what our company is today. Women's Closet Exchange, we started 35 years ago. And I just walked into a consignment store, and I looked around and I thought, you know what? I could do this. Not only could I do it, but I can do it better than anyone else, because that's my good, better, best. So I thought, I can do this, and we can make it clean and organized and beautiful. And so we started our business 35 years ago. And over the years, we have given hundreds of thousands of dollars back to our community, because we believe in giving back, because we are so blessed, and truly, the more we give, the more we get. And people want to support us because of our philanthropic beliefs. Well, I'm passionate about the Salvation Army because, you know, it's more than they just do the most good. They are the best treatment center in the Midwest for addictions. They are a phenomenal homeless shelter that takes people in without question and supplies, you know, when it's really cold, they have a huge chapel that they open, and there's many, many people that are able to take advantage of this. They are a food bank. They are a toy drive. Their Sparks organization in Ferguson, where they work with young children, is absolutely the most interesting and phenomenal thing for these kids. Many of those kids, I mean, they would rather do that than anything. And, you know, they go to extremes not to miss a meeting. So to think that they can be a part of that because of the Salvation Army is a wonderful thing. And there's so many more that we just can't even mention, but people don't know that. People only see that bell ringer and they help the poor, but how do they help the poor? It's really so much more than you really know. We are so blessed at this particular time in these horrific, trying times. I have a roof over my head. I have a meal on my table. There are many, many people who do not. So please join me with a generous donation to Salvation Army, who really does do the most good. The need has always been here, but this year it's greater than ever. So please help us rescue Christmas and send your money in, because we need it so badly this year above all others. You can go online and donate today at salarmymidland.org. But please reach deep in your pockets, because more than ever they need it. We have so many more needs this year than ever before.
Hi, I'm Candace Cameron Bure, and on behalf of the Salvation Army, I want to thank you for helping rescue Christmas for the millions of Americans in need this holiday season. Your donations are providing hope and healing to our country's most vulnerable now more than ever. Thank you so much.
We're here to rescue Christmas for the Salvation Army. The need has always been there. This year, 2020, has been a challenge for all of us, and the need is greater than ever before. You can donate right now. Call the number on the screen, visit the website. You can make a one-time donation, or you can make a donation every month. It's very easy to do. People are standing by ready to talk with you right now. We have a special guest tonight, a little performance that maybe somebody has some inside information on. Billy and Judy, tell us about it.
Scott, you look amazing, by the way. Thank you for wearing that sweater.
And you're right, we are excited. I'll be honest with you, I voted for him every single week on American Idol. One of my favorites, one of your favorites.
Yes.
Definitely one of your favorites, Scotty McCreery!
As I'm looking forward to this Christmas season, I'm looking forward to spending a lot of time with my wife and family. So figured I'd sing y'all a song I wrote for her back in 2018. A song I sang at our wedding, and it's a special one to us. It's called This Is It. This is it. Girl, I know that you've been waiting, talking to your friends, wondering if and wondering where and wondering when. Oh, I've been waiting to holding on to this ring for the right words to say, for the right time and place for me to get on one knee. This is it, this is now, this is what I've been talking about, looking at, can't you see, forever. So take my hand, just take it in, this is a moment we won't forget, on top of the world here together. If there ever was a time for a perfect kiss, yeah, well, this is it. This is it. Now you're walking down the aisle, oh, and I can't help but smile. This is it, this is now, it's what I've been talking about, looking at, yeah, I can see forever. So take my hand, just take it in, this is a moment we won't forget, on top of the world here together, surrounded by our family and our friends. If there ever was a time for a perfect kiss, this is it. This is it. Thank y'all so much. Merry Christmas, everybody.
With more people facing hardship this year, the need to serve those most vulnerable is greater than ever. Give today and rock the red kettle. Find out how at salarmymidland.org or 1-800-SAL-ARMY.
Help rescue Christmas. Donate to the Salvation Army now.
Call 1-800-SAL-ARMY or you can text Rescue Christmas to 76278.
Or go to salarmymidland.org. That's salarmymidland.org.
I'm Scott Connell, 5 on your side Chief Meteorologist. And yes, Judy, I only have a red sweater. The Christmas sweater's just a little tight this year, and so is the Salvation Army budget, and that's why we're here. Rock the Red Kettle is here to rescue Christmas this year. You can donate right now at the number you see here on the screen. We are going to talk about tonight how the Salvation Army is making an impression in St. Louis and what they do and how they use your money and your donations.
Major Shell Steinsland, General Secretary and Regional Commander for the St. Louis area. Well, the Salvation Army is an international nonprofit. We are in over 130 different countries across the world. And amongst the things that we are, we're kind of a dual identity. We are a faith-based organization with a denominational, but we're also one of the largest social service providers in the country. This year, as we approach Christmas, is probably more crucial than any other year. As we all know, we're coming through and we're not out of the COVID pandemic, and that has quite the effect on the economy, including for us nonprofits. Every year, this time of year, we begin a big campaign for Christmas where we help people, we do fundraising, they'll help us support that. And there is a concern with all this going on, with kettles coming up, that it may interrupt some of that. So we're asking people who would contribute to the Salvation Army would do that again, but they can do it in many different ways. We hope our kettles will be out in all the hundreds of locations as we normally are, but there's other ways to contribute as well. They can go to our website of salarmymidland.org, or they can go to 1-800-SAL-ARMY and they can make contributions that will help us to help people in our community. The Salvation Army every year has people who apply for assistance at Christmas time. Last year we had a little less than 1,500 families that applied for help that we served. In October we already had 3,000 plus families applying, so we see a great increase in need based on what's been happening, especially this year with the COVID pandemic. This year, due to COVID, the Salvation Army has provided 121,000 meals to people, primarily through the mobile feeding program, through a drive-through food pantry, and meals that we serve at a number of our food pantries here in the community. One of the things we think is important for the public to understand is the need has always been here, yet this year we've seen a tremendous increase in need based on COVID and what's going on in our economy. And so we are so much relying on our partners and our donors and friends to come through and help us so that we can help those who come to us each and every day. We appreciate those who contribute to the Salvation Army. We think it's important for them to know that out of every dollar, 82 cents goes directly to helping programs and people in our community. And that means that more lives are being changed, and we are providing hope because of your contributions.
Thank you so much for helping us rescue Christmas.
Yeah, and rock the red kettle with the Salvation Army. We are Billy and Judy from 103.3 KLOU. Hopefully we'll join you again Monday morning on the radio. In the meantime, let me tell you something. If you enjoyed this evening as much as we did, if you were moved like we were, if you got that lump in your throat, the best way to get rid of that lump is to pick up the phone and make a donation, or get online, or stop by one of the red kettles all around St. Louis and help make a difference, help rescue Christmas.
Absolutely. And teach your children how to help as well by having them give a toy to a child in need.
Well, I think it's safe to say we had a great evening. How about you, Scott?
I've had a great time too. Billy and Judy, thanks so much for being part of this, and thank you for watching tonight. We hope you're able to make a donation. That's why we're here, to rock the red kettle and rescue Christmas for the Salvation Army. Every donation, it goes to help families and children here in St. Louis. And the Salvation Army doesn't just show up at Christmas time, they show up year-round. So your donation is very important. Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed season.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. We thank you so much. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days. Happy golden days of yore. Some of us remember. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together. If the fates allow. Hang a shining star to the highest bough. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself. We thank you so much for giving. Thank you. A merry little Christmas now.
The best part about being a bath fitter installer is the reveal. Homeowners love how we're going to install a new tub right over their old one, but they're never quite prepared for what they get come the end of the day. We call it the wow moment.
You too can have a bathroom you'll love. Visit bathfitter.com today.
I'm Liliana. I'm a respiratory therapy student here at St. Louis College of Health Careers. The main reason why I came to St. Louis College of Health Careers is because there is no wait list and I'm actually going to be graduating in less than 2 years. My instructors are well experienced and they provide the knowledge that I need in order to do well in my field.
St. Louis College of Health Careers, developing St. Louis's healthcare heroes.
This mother isn't like the other mothers. This one's sweet as honey with a spicy buffalo kick. Rally's new Honey Buffalo Mother Cruncher Chicken Sandwich. Crunchy white meat chicken breast with honey and buffalo glaze. Rally's Honey Buffalo Mother Cruncher. Get Rally's delivered.
Don't know what to give? Walter Knoll Florist can help. WKF.com.
The Watson's Holiday Sale is going on now. In-stock motion sofas, sectionals, recliners, and home theater seating are all an additional 20 to 40% off Watson's regular sale price. Plus, interest-free financing until 2023, all during Watson's Holiday Sale.
Everywhere we walked, there was pipes wrapped with asbestos with aluminum jacketing on it. Some of my second-level people had called me and told me, "Have you gone?" And I said, "No, I haven't." My wife finally convinced me that I should go. I went take an x-ray. I qualified for compensation. It was a lot more pleasant than we ever thought it could be, and I would recommend it to all my friends that I worked with. I've never been treated any better.